Talk to Clarence Hill of DLLS Sports and All City. Clarence, chill. How is Oxnard? How's the weather? How you doing today, bud?
I'm great. I'm good, man. It's great weather. I'm walking, actually getting my steps in, trying to get my 10,000 steps in.
Yes, sir.
And Blake, I just want to let you know I didn't ignore you last time. I was busy. Don't think I'm just answering the phone and coming on because CA called me. But CA is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. And I got to respond to CA. But I was not ignoring you before.
Hey, I don't take it personally. When CA calls, you answer. I'm just glad we got you on the show so that people can hear your great takes. You're obviously in Oxnard. You're getting a live view of everything that's going on. A lot of us are watching from the outside in. We're me and CA, for the most part, we're just like the people listening. We're just seeing what's going on Twitter and having to parse through. I'll ask you this to start things off. Has there been anything that's been misconstrued through the social media, through stuff going out, or do you think everything that's happening is kind of live of what's going on out there in Oxnard?
Well, I mean, as I always say, be careful where you get your information from.
That's right.
Let me just start there.
Yep.
You know, and there are a lot of Cowboy takes who are like to drink the Kool-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so listen. Joe Milton is not taking Dak's job. Let's start right there. Okay?
Exactly.
People are hopping on that.
Too many of y'all going crazy. Oh, he threw an 80-yard bomb. Dak's in trouble. Y'all need to stop that.
Right.
Y'all need to stop that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He is not proven to be better than Cooper Rush as of yet.
Right. Hey, chill.
He has a great arm.
Yeah.
Great athleticism.
But
can he win games? We don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And for people to sit up here and watch him throw a pass and thinking Dak's in trouble, like he's going to take it's crazy. That's what I see on. So you brought up social media. That's the type of stuff I see on social media. Like, what are y'all talking about? He threw a bomb, but he had 4 other passes that were overthrown, out of bounds, whatever else. But I always see it's the bomb that people are going to show that because they're going to show the incomplete passes. Everybody's going crazy.
Yep.
And listen, he's a good kid. Love the kid. Want to see him succeed. He told me today that he can throw the ball 90 yards. He threw the ball 90 yards at Tennessee. He can throw the ball a country mile. There's no question about that. But there are things that he needs to work on. But for people that go crazy and act like Bleacher Report had a comment today on Twitter about is Dak in trouble because he threw the bomb against the Rams. I mean, people go crazy over practice highlights, and they're really not watching practice, understanding what's going on.
Exactly. Out of context, the whole 9 yards. So, Chill, let's talk about what's been keeping you up because you've been on top of this story better than anybody out there as far as I'm concerned. Jerry and Micah.
Oh, no doubt.
And the latest is Micah is in Oxnard, but he wasn't at practice today. Catch everybody up, and I got some good questions I want to ask you because, again, you and I have been watching Jerry wheel and deal for years now.
Well, first of all, he wasn't in practice today, but it's much to do about nothing in the sense that it's not like he's holding out.
Right.
Or now decide to go from hold in to hold out. He's still with the team. Don't know why he didn't come to practice today. Don't know why Jared didn't come to practice today. Don't know if they were together.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe they've been together. They were together. And they were hanging out and missing practice together because Jared's not talked to Micah since Micah made his trade demand. But as we all know, as Dak told us today, I've seen this movie before. I've seen me and Jerry be crossways. I've seen CD be crossways. And at the end of the day, a deal got done that he said Levin's going to be a Cowboy. He admitted. It's one thing that people – he admitted that there was times during his contract negotiation with his first contract that he didn't even speak to the Joneses, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He saw them coming with the other way. That's how tense it can be. And I keep trying to tell people, and people don't understand that these contract negotiations are personal for the player. It's business for Jerry. Jerry's done 1 million of them, going back to the 89. Then you add his deals he does with oil and gas. So he can joke and have fun and talk about the player. And the player is sensitive and gets his feelings hurt when Jerry makes these snide comments, as they should be, as they will be, because for the first 3 years of your career, you're with a team and they have said nothing but praising about who you are and what you are since your rookie year. This is the first time you're at opposite sides of front office and it's talking about getting generational money. So it's personal for you, and you've never been in this position before because for the first 4 years, most guys, they've done nothing but glaze you about everything you do and who you are and what you've done. And this is the first time they've said some negative things or some negative things were said, and you kind of taking it back or taking it personal. It is personal to you. Jerry just having fun because it's art of the deal for him.
Exactly. What does he always say? He has a high tolerance for ambiguity. Deadlines make deals. All these things. This is his will. This is his Super Bowl. He's like a poker player. He's enjoying this. Players just need to chill out and relax or understand what he's trying to get done. It's just gamesmanship.
It is all of that, and it's not that big of a deal to him, but it's a big deal to the players. And Dak talked about, you get sensitive, you get mad, and it's business. But once the deal gets done, all those tears get wiped up and smiles come on, and everybody's happy family.
Okay, so let me ask you this: we're talking about his. Well, you already know Jerry's strategy. Jerry's strategy is always talk to a player first. Maybe he can do a Tyron Smith and get him signed without his agent. That don't ever work, except for with Tyron Smith. But he's still going to try. With that being said, I personally think, and I said it on the air several times, Jerry is trying to prove to the other owners, this is how you win a deal with David Mulligetta. In other words, David Mulligetta ain't going to beat me in my deal because I'm Jerry Jones. He doesn't dislike Mulligetta. He doesn't hate him. He's just like, nah, you're not on my level, and you've been beating all these other owners and teams. I'm going to show you how it's done. That's my take. What do you think?
Well, let me make it personal for you. Mulligetta is from Dallas.
Right.
Okay?
Yep.
He's a Kappa.
Yep. I
One
know.
of your frat brothers from Dallas.
Yep.
He's a Longhorn.
Yep. You're a Longhorn.
From Dallas.
Yep.
Yes. And first of all, he got beat up by Todd France. He got beat the hell out by Todd France.
Yep. Sure did.
Ain't nobody come close to Dak's $60 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So to sit up here and say I ain't gonna get beat up by Mulligetta, you already got knots on your head by Todd France.
Mm-hmm.
But secondly, they have not even negotiated with Mulligetta. Everybody's trying to make Mulligetta, and most people they're trying to make him a bad guy. Okay?
Right. He's not a bad guy.
Done deals all over the league. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Every team in the league has been able to do deals with Mulligetta. Okay?
$1 billion worth of deals.
Bad guy.
$1 billion worth of deals.
I mean, Forbes just made him the most powerful agent in sports because he gets deals done and done deals.
Yeah, and he doesn't swag. He's not Rich Paul. He doesn't swag. He's real low key.
Well, he's low key. And not gonna see a lot of quotes from him. Now I've talked to him. He don't want to be quoted. Everybody want to hear from the agent.
Right.
And so he's not trying to be quoted. He's not trying to get no fame or fanfare.
Mm-hmm.
He gets deals done, and he's a great agent. And Mike listens to his agent, just like Dak listens to his agent. And so Jerry can talk about or not want to get beat up by Mulligetta, but the bottom line is we all know whether it's Mulligetta, your frat brother, or Tory Dandy, my frat brother, who was a CeeDee Lamb's agent, or Todd France, who's Dak's agent. They all got the deal done in the end, and we all believe that Jerry's going to get the deal done, Mike is going to get a signed contract, and it won't be no discounted deal. And the other thing about what I want people to understand is that, and this is what Jerry's upset about, because there's this notion that he's taking advantage of Micah, like he quote unquote took advantage of Tyron Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jerry's offered him over $40 million with almost $200 million guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
If that's taking advantage of, take advantage of me. You understand?
Exactly. I hear you.
If that's being taken advantage of, take advantage of me. They're like, y'all can say what y'all want about me trying to get. I gave this dude a real deal.
Okay? So that's where I was going to ask you about this.
I gave him a real deal.
Chill. I was going to ask you about this then.
I'm just saying that's his point of view. Okay?
Yeah, that is his point of view, and he's got a point. But I got a question for you because you talk to him every day out there. How come when he said Micah took it off the table? Well, Micah asked him when he shook his hand. So apparently, according to Jerry, just talk to my agent. Get all the details. Right. How come Jerry didn't tell him then and there, no, we got a deal. I don't need to talk to your agent. How come he didn't say that? Or how come he didn't say, okay, I'll do that? Instead, silence. This is gamesmanship.
Oh, it's all this perspective. It's all that. It's feelings. That's my thing. It's feelings. Everybody got their feelings hurt. But he did tell them, first of all, it was never written down.
Right.
They never sent the deal to the agent.
Nope.
Okay, so if you got this great deal, then why is it not done written down and sent to the agent? Thank you. It was never sent to the agent, okay? But, yes, he believes my word is my bond. My word is strong as oak. And I had a wink handshake deal with you, and we should be good. Yeah, we good. I want to be here. You want me to be here. Now let's get down to the nitty-gritty and the details of how we get here and stay here together. And that's why you get the agent involved. Jerry does not do any deals without his agent.
Yep.
You know, he's been in the courtroom, and let's be honest, he's been in the courtroom a lot.
Yep.
Okay?
You got a lawyer,
For
don't you?
whatever reason. I'm not
Right?
I'm not saying why.
Right. You just saying.
He's been in the courtroom. He's been in the courtroom a lot, and he listens to his counsel
Sure do.
when he's in the courtroom. Okay, before he makes deals, whatever else, and whatever. So Micah should listen to his counsel. That's what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're listening to Clarence Hill of DLLS Sports. Clarence, I got a question when it comes to this Micah Parsons. We saw him miss practice today or not be on the field. We heard from Brian Broaddus maybe he was getting his back worked on in the training room. Either way, I wasn't there. He wasn't on the field. Do you think this might be a tactic to speed up things, or is this something that could work disadvantage for Micah Parsons? Him not being on the field, how do you think the Cowboys ownership views that as far as him holding in about the back?
Well, let's let it breathe a little bit. Let's let it breathe, okay? Because according to Stephen Jones, nothing's changed. Micah's still with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what he told us after practice today.
Mm-hmm.
He may be in a training room to get this phantom back injury looked at. Phantom back injury, because no one believes he has a real back injury.
Right.
This is a hold-in.
Mm-hmm.
This is an official hold-in. You say you got a back injury so you don't have to work, and that's what you do. But let's let this breathe. If he doesn't show up tomorrow, if he doesn't not at the game, not if they're back out there on Monday, then we cook it with grease. Then there's something different. But as right now, no one's panicking. From Michael's people, from the Cowboys, nothing has changed. He's not left. It's not, I'm holding out. And, because if he leaves, it's $50,000 a day.
Yep.
Okay, that's the fine for holding out. $50,000 a day. He's under contract.
If he were to leave and say, I'm okay with taking that $50,000 hit, do you think that works as far as the negotiation tactics go with leverage showing? Because I believe that the Joneses see him out on the field and go, hey, this guy doesn't want to lose money. He's not going to want to lose game checks. We got him right where we want leverage-wise, and this is from the outside looking in. Do you think if he were to step away and go, hey, I don't mind losing money, if you guys want me for September 4th versus the Eagles and that offensive line, you're going to have to pay me?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is if he was trying to lose $50,000, he wouldn't have showed up in the first place. So I don't know how you go in the middle of camp and say I'm going to leave. If you was trying to lose $50,000 a day and had no problem with that, then you wouldn't have showed up July 21st.
Okay, so let's
at the end of the
I was going to say let's fast forward because you're exactly right to the first game of the season.
At the end of the day, to change. Again, we're all dealing with hypotheticals because at the end of the day, from my understanding from both sides, he's not leaving. Yeah. And he's not saying I'm holding out and I'm leaving practice. So to put himself in position to get fined, I think that his trade request was his way of upping the ante and saying, let's get something done. Uh-huh. His trade request was a way of, trying to take it to the next level to get them to start negotiating, which they still have not done. That's what the trade request was supposed to be. But to me, it's hard for me to take your trade request seriously when you're at practice in a jersey and your family's at practice.
Yeah, it was a request, not a demand.
Mom and daddy, everybody's at practice. So how can I take your trade request seriously when you're at practice?
So let's.
In a jersey. I mean, you're not practicing, but you're out there with your teammates.
Right. He's trying to show shot. He's a team player. He's still the culture and the whole 9 yards. But I want to move that. I want to say that the line in the sand to me would be the first game of the season. In other words, David Mulligata's one of his clients, Jalen Ramsey, when he wanted to get out of Jacksonville, 2019, he said his back was hurt. He missed the first 3 games. Then Jacksonville traded to the Rams. He got a Super Bowl ring, but that was a Mulligata client, and he took it into the season just like Emmett did.
Right.
So to me, and Dak almost did, and then Jerry said, wait a minute, here's your money. So to me, the real true line in the sand is the Eagles game. Am I wrong? I mean, what do you think?
No, that's the Eagles game because then, is Micah willing to miss games?
Right.
And the Cowboys have no interest in trading Micah.
Nope.
They have no interest in doing that. If they don't want to do it, that's not on the table right now. And so, it just go like the Zeke. Jerry didn't get Zeke done until the week of the first game. You get Dak done until the week of the first game. Zeke, at least Dak was here.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke wasn't here.
Right.
And so, the Eagles game, that's a lot. And that's the scary part for me. The scary part for me. Because if he does not signed into the Eagles game, and he has not practiced, not been on the field with his teammates. And I know he's working out, doing other things, but you're not doing football things.
Thank you.
I know Micah's going to be out there trying to prove his worth and get 5 sacks, and that's when you get a hamstring.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you get an ankle.
Mm-hmm.
That's when things happen, and you get an injury, you know. So that's the scary part about it is, for me, and you can say that at the end of the day, Jerry said at the end of the day, I always got these deals done. But this is not how you want to prepare a team. This is not how you want to go to a season. What you did last year, Dak City ultimately got done. Everybody's happy. But that's not how you want to go into the season. Mike McCarthy's last year's contract, everything's on the line, and your receiver misses camp, your quarterback don't get signed to the first day of camp, and all this on his mind. That's not the environment to really get over the 30-year hump. And this year, you got a new coach, okay? You got a new staff. You got a lot of things on the line, people's careers on the line, and now you got Micah sitting out. And even if you do get signed the week of the season opener, this is not how you want to prepare going into this season because the early part of the season is so important because we know how tough that schedule is late.
Ooh.
And you cannot start in a hole. He keeps talking about, well, Emmett missed 2 games. He won a Super Bowl. This ain't that team. And this ain't the same situation.
Right.
You don't want to be in a situation where Micah is not at his best the first couple of games. You start an 0-2 hole or whatever else because you look at the schedule. That November, December slate when you got Philadelphia, Kansas City, Minnesota, Detroit,
Chargers,
back to back to back to back. You need some cushion.
Yeah, cushion.
You need that cushion early.
Cushion will be needed.
You don't need to get out to a bad start.
No, the Cowboys cannot afford to get off to a bad start, and we're getting off to a good start here in the show, talking to Clarence Hill. Clarence, we appreciate all the good work you're doing out there in Oxnard and sharing our Tolos and letting them know what's going on there. We hope you have a good rest of your evening, Chill. Thank you for coming on with us. You got any night plans for the day as the day's winding down in California?
It is winding down to 6:10. I think I'm going to meet the fellas for a drink somewhere. I think this place called a Rudder Room. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Rudder Room. Most of the guys talk about the Rudder Room. I think we may make a run to the Rudder Room at some point. I'm missing all this great football action. I forget that's on TV right now.
Oh, by the way, chill.
Season action.
Chill. Catch up with Derek. He's taking all the DallasCowboys.com guys out to dinner. You might be able to get some drinks with him.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
Well, Clarence, it's always a pleasure. We'll have to do this again. I'll try to have CA on so we can have all 3 of us again.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. No problem.